You and I had talked a little bit about the 3D printing software. I thought this was pretty neat. This is a support that Caitlin is printing for her a roller coaster model. So this is the support that holds the track up, and then it's got the concrete footers that go in the bottom here. So she's printing this piece, and the software wouldn't, or the printer wouldn't be able to print like this because it's hanging down. So the printer starts at the bottom and it builds layers up and up and up. So you can imagine when it gets to right here, it's going to print this pipe, but then there's going to be a gap, and it's going to want to print this piece out in space. There's nothing supporting it. So you've got to add supports, and I thought this was really neat. This is probably the best example I've seen of what's called a tree support, and you can probably see why it's called a tree. So it looks like a tree trunk with branches or even like fingers that are coming up, and you can see like these bolts are hanging down. So it creates the software creates a little branch that comes up to each one of those bolts, or up at the top there where I was saying that, it's just hanging out in space. It needs to support that whole entire circumference on the bottom that's hanging down into space. Plus that has its little bolts on it too, so it's got little branches that are coming up to the bolts there. So I thought that was kind of the coolest one. What it does too is some of the supports will build, like it would build a support from here to here. On a tree support, it always builds it from the base, so it's always got a continuous trunk that leads up to branches that goes all the way to the base plate, which makes it a lot easier to take off once the model is done, because it's not sticking to the surface of what you want to keep. These pop right off super easy. So anyhow, thought that was neat. Thought I'd share. I'll have Caitlin show you her roller coaster model when it's done.